Most men treat a hug like it's nothing important. Just a quick hello, a polite goodbye, a brief moment that doesn't seem to carry much meaning. They step in, hug quickly, pull back, and move on without thinking twice about it. But what many men fail to understand is this. A hug is one of the most revealing moments in any interaction with a woman, because in that short window of physical contact, her body is communicating everything. How comfortable she feels, how interested she is, how connected she feels to you, and sometimes even whether she's attracted to you. The issue isn't that women don't express these signals. The issue is that most men don't know how to recognize them, so they miss it. Why physical touch reveals attraction. They hug awkwardly, they pull away too soon, or they hesitate because they're unsure of what the moment actually means, and without realizing it, they send the wrong signals in return. They come across as nervous, they appear uncertain, and sometimes they even unintentionally communicate disinterest when that's not what they feel at all. This is where things begin to fall apart, because attraction isn't only about what she shows, it's also about how you respond. And when your reaction doesn't align with the moment, you disrupt the connection without even noticing it. In this video, we're going to break down 4 distinct types of hugs women give and what each one truly means. Not just the obvious surface level interpretation, but what's really the lingering hug sign happening beneath it. You'll learn how to tell the difference between a casual hug, a comfortable one, and the types that indicate something deeper. More importantly, you'll understand how to respond in a way that keeps the interaction smooth instead of awkward. Because once you understand this, you stop guessing, you stop overthinking, and you begin to notice things most men completely overlook. And after this, you'll never see a hug the same way again. Before we get into the different types of hugs, you need to understand why this matters at all. On the surface, a hug feels simple, but in reality, it's one of the most honest forms of communication between two people. The reason is straightforward. People can, when she pulls you closer, control what they say. But controlling body language, especially in close physical moments, is much harder. Words can be filtered, adjusted, or even completely altered depending on the situation. But physical reactions, especially in something as close as a hug, are far more difficult to fake. That's why a hug often reveals more than conversation ever will. The duration of the hug, the way she places her arms, how close she brings her body, whether she pulls away quickly or lingers slightly longer. None of these details are random. They're direct reflections of how she feels in that moment. Research in human behavior consistently shows that nonverbal communication carries a significant portion of emotional expression, especially in close interactions. So, while you may be listening to her words, her body is already giving you a clearer answer. Hand placement that signals interest. This is where most men miss the point. They focus on what's said, they wait for obvious confirmation, they look for clear, direct signals of interest. But attraction rarely presents itself that way. It shows up in subtle physical cues, small natural behaviors that happen when someone feels comfortable, connected, or intrigued. A hug is one of those moments because it removes distance. It eliminates distractions. It puts both people in the same space with no room to hide behind conversation. In that moment, her body reacts honestly, not based on what she chooses to say, but based on what she feels. That's why understanding hugs gives you an advantage. You're no longer guessing, you're observing something real. And once you know what to look for, you'll the tight versus casual hug difference start recognizing patterns most men completely ignore, because a hug is never just a hug. It's a signal, and the only question is whether you know how to read it. Now that you understand why hugs matter, let's address where most men go wrong. It's actually very simple. Most men don't know how to respond in the moment. They either rush, hesitate, or overthink it entirely. Some approach a hug with uncertainty. Their body becomes stiff. Their movements feel unnatural. They pull away quickly because they're unsure how long to stay. Others make the opposite mistake. They hold on too long without reading the situation, turning what could have been natural into something uncomfortable. Both mistakes come from the same issue. Eye contact. After the hug, lack of awareness. When you don't understand what the hug means, you don't know how to match it. And when your response doesn't align with her energy, the interaction feels slightly off. Most men don't notice this, but women do. Because for her, a hug isn't just a greeting, it's a moment of connection. And in that moment, she's paying attention. Are you relaxed? Are you comfortable? Do you match her energy or disrupt it? Your response answers those questions instantly. Pull away too quickly and it may signal nervousness. Hesitate or freeze and it creates awkwardness. Overdo it without reading her cues and it feels forced. None of subtle signs. Most men miss these build attraction. They interrupt it. Another common mistake is ignoring context. Many men assume every hug means the same thing, but each type of hug communicates something different. Without understanding that, they either miss the signal or misinterpret it entirely. That's why this matters. Because once you understand the meaning behind each type of hug, your response becomes natural. No guessing, no overthinking. You simply match the moment. And when you match the moment, everything feels smoother, more natural, more aligned. Let's start with the first type, the most common and most misunderstood, the friendly pat hug. How to respond the right way. This is usually brief, 1 or 2 seconds. Her body leans in slightly. There's minimal full body contact. You might feel a couple of light pats on your back before she pulls away. It feels easy, polite, casual, and because of that, many men jump to the wrong conclusion. She's not interested. But that's not accurate. A friendly pat hug doesn't signal rejection. It simply means she sees you as safe, comfortable, and easy to be around. There's no pressure, no intensity. And that's not a bad thing because attraction doesn't always start with intensity. It often starts with comfort. When a woman feels relaxed around you, it creates the foundation for something deeper over time. The mistake men make here is reacting negatively. They pull away to final thoughts quickly, they become distant, or they assume there's no potential and stop investing. That reaction shuts down any chance of progression instead of building on comfort. They kill it. What you need to understand is this. This hug isn't the conclusion, it's the beginning. It tells you she's open to being around you, that she feels at ease, and that there's room for things to grow. But for that to happen, you need to handle it correctly. Don't force anything. Build, stay relaxed, stay confident. Treat the moment as natural, not significant. Maintain eye contact slightly longer. Keep your tone calm but engaging. Introduce a bit of playfulness, not forced humor, just light energy. Most importantly, give her your attention. Listen fully. Respond thoughtfully. Be present. These small behaviors build connection over time, and connection is what allows attraction to develop. Consistency is key. One moment doesn't change everything, but repeated moments do. That's how a simple, friendly hug evolves into something more meaningful. The second type of hug is where things begin to shift. This is the firm hug. Unlike the friendly version, this one feels more intentional. It lasts longer. There's more contact. It feels steady, present. You'll notice it immediately. Her arms wrap with more pressure. She doesn't rush to pull away. For a moment, it feels like she's truly there, not just going through the motion. This type of hug signals comfort and familiarity. She enjoys your presence. She feels safe. She feels relaxed, and that's powerful because comfort is the foundation of attraction. But here's where many men go wrong. They respond the same way they would to a casual hug. They pull away too quickly, they break the moment, and they missed the opportunity. From her perspective, she leaned in slightly more. And you didn't meet her there. The correct response is simple. Stay a moment longer, not in a forced way, just naturally. That extra second matters. It shows confidence, it shows comfort, and most importantly, it matches her energy. Afterward, pay attention. Does she smile? Maintain eye contact. Stay close. Again, these small details reveal even more. Keep your body language relaxed. Don't act like something major just happened. Let the interaction flow naturally. Attraction doesn't grow through big actions. It grows through small, well-timed responses like this. Next comes the lingering hug. Here, the difference isn't just time, it's feeling. She doesn't rush to let go. Her body stays close. There's a pause before either of you pulls away. That pause is meaningful. It shows she's comfortable staying in that moment. Her body relaxes. Her grip softens. Her posture becomes more natural. These subtle signals form a clear pattern. She enjoys the closeness, but many men panic here. They feel the moment stretching and pull away too soon. That breaks something that was naturally building the key. Don't rush. Stay calm. Stay present. You don't need to escalate or do anything extra. Just allow the moment to exist. Because being comfortable in that silence communicates confidence, and confidence is what moves things forward. Finally, the most revealing type, the intimate embrace. This is not casual, not quick, not neutral. It feels close, fully connected. Her body leans into yours completely. There's full contact. She allows that closeness without hesitation. Her head may rest on your shoulder or near your neck. Her arms hold tighter. She stays longer. Sometimes her hands move slowly along your back naturally, not randomly. This is intentional. This type of hug signals deep emotional comfort and often attraction, because people don't allow that level of closeness unless they feel safe, connected, and at ease. And in that moment, she's also observing you. Do you stay relaxed or become awkward? Do you match her energy or break it? Your response matters. Stay calm, stay present. Don't force anything. Let it unfold naturally, because at this point, the signal is clear, and how you handle it determines what comes next. By now, everything should be clear, not just the types of hugs, but what they represent. Because this was never just about hugging. It's about understanding how attraction shows up in small, everyday moments most men ignore. A hug may seem simple, but it carries a lot of information. And once you start paying attention, everything changes. But don't overanalyze. Attraction isn't about isolated moments. It's about patterns. One signal means little. Consistent behavior means everything. When you see repeated comfort, closeness, and engagement, that's when it becomes clear. Your role is simple. Stay present, stay calm, respond naturally, because attraction grows where things feel easy, not forced. So, next time you hug a woman, don't treat it like it's meaningless. Pay attention to how she responds and how you respond, because those small moments are where everything begins. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think is the strongest sign of attraction during a hug? Is it how long she stays, how close she gets, or something else? Drop your answer in the comments. I read them and reply to as many as I can. And if this changed how you see attraction, make sure you subscribe, because in the next video, I'll show you how to tell if she wants you to make a move without her saying a single word. And that's the moment most men miss. E.